Ethan Cade had it all, a penthouse overlooking Central Park. It was the kind of place that screamed success, with its floor-to-ceiling windows and breathtaking views. Every morning, he would wake up to the sight of the sun rising over the park, a daily reminder of his achievements, a wife who was the envy of every man he knew. Sarah was not just beautiful, she was intelligent, charming, and the perfect partner for a man of his stature. They were the golden couple, the epitome of high society. He was young, handsome, and successful. Ethan had a magnetic personality that drew people to him. His confidence was infectious, and his ambition knew no bounds. A rising star in the cutthroat world of Wall Street, Ethan was on top of the world. He had a knack for making the right investments at the right time, and his portfolio was the envy of his peers. He was the golden boy of finance, destined for greatness. But behind the facade of success, a storm was brewing. The pressures of maintaining his status were immense, and the cracks were beginning to show. Ethan's perfect life was not as flawless as it appeared. The 2008 financial crisis hit me hard. My portfolio tanked, my clients fled. The once booming financial district was now a ghost town with for lease signs plastered on every other building. The crash was a wake-up call, a harsh reminder of the fragility of success. I was left with nothing but debt, and a growing resentment for the system I once embraced. The stress was unbearable, and the weight of my failures was crushing. I felt abandoned by the very institutions I had dedicated my life to. The golden handcuffs of my former life felt more like shackles. The luxurious lifestyle that once brought me joy now felt like a prison. I was trapped in a cycle of debt and despair, with no way out. I craved redemption, but not through conventional means. The idea of rebuilding my life within the same system that had betrayed me was unthinkable. I needed a way to break free, to reclaim my sense of self-worth. I sought a way to strike back, to reclaim what I believed was stolen from me. The anger and frustration fueled my determination. I was no longer content to be a victim. I wanted to take control of my destiny. That's when the idea of the impossible took root in my mind, robbing a bank. It was a bold, audacious plan, but it was the only way I could see to turn the tables. The thought consumed me, and I began to meticulously plan every detail. Not just any bank, though. I had my sights set on Vault Bank International, a symbol of the very institutions that led to my downfall. It was the ultimate target, a fortress of wealth and power. Taking it down would be the ultimate act of defiance.
Ethan Cade was about to become the mastermind behind the most audacious bank heist in American history. His journey from golden boy to criminal mastermind was a testament to the lengths one man would go to reclaim his life. The stage was set for a dramatic fall from grace, and the world would soon witness the rise of a new legend. Every mastermind needs a crew, but not just any crew. A team that can think on their feet, adapt to any situation, and execute a plan with precision. Ethan knew this better than anyone. Ethan's plan demanded a specific set of skills, a team of specialists who could operate in the shadows. He needed people who were not only experts in their fields, but also had the nerve to pull off the impossible. He needed the best of the best, individuals who were as desperate as he was, and who possessed talents that could crack the impenetrable vault of Vault Bank International. Each member had to bring something unique to the table, something that would make them indispensable. First on board was Riley the Ghost Jackson, a phantom in the digital world. Riley was more than just a hacker, he was a digital illusionist, capable of making the most secure systems look like open books. A master hacker, Riley could slip through firewalls like a whisper, leaving no trace. His skills were legendary, and his ability to stay undetected was unparalleled. He had a knack for finding the smallest vulnerabilities and exploiting them to their fullest. His fingers danced across keyboards, manipulating code like a maestro conducting a symphony. Every keystroke was deliberate, every line of code a masterpiece. Riley's talent was not just in his technical skills, but in his creativity and intuition. Then came Marcus, an explosives expert with a checkered past. Marcus had a reputation for being able to make anything disappear, from safes to evidence. His knowledge of demolition was extensive, and his precision was unmatched. He could make anything disappear, from safes to evidence. Marcus's expertise wasn't just in the explosive materials themselves, but in the art of timing and placement. He knew exactly where to place a charge to achieve the desired effect. His knowledge of demolition was only matched by his ability to stay cool under pressure. In the heat of the moment, when seconds counted, Marcus was the one you wanted by your side. His calm demeanor and steady hands made him a crucial part of the team. The final piece of the puzzle was Ava the Siren Dubois, a master of disguise and manipulation. Ava was more than just a pretty face, she was a chameleon, able to blend into any environment and become whoever she needed to be. Beautiful and cunning, she could charm the most guarded secrets out of anyone. Ava's skills in social engineering were second to none. She could read people like books, understanding their motivations and using that knowledge to her advantage. Ava's ability to blend in and disappear made her the perfect weapon for navigating the social scene surrounding their target. She could infiltrate high society events, gather intelligence, and disappear without a trace. Her adaptability and quick thinking made her an invaluable asset. These individuals, each with their own demons and desires, were about to embark on a journey that would change their lives forever. They were not just a team, they were a family bound by a common goal and a shared sense of purpose. They were the crew of the 30-second heist. Together, they would face challenges that tested their limits, pushed their skills to the edge, and ultimately determined their fate. This was more than just a heist. It was a test of their resolve, their loyalty, and their ability to work as one cohesive unit. The plan was meticulous, a testament to Ethan's obsession with detail. Every line, every note, every calculation was a piece of a grand puzzle that he had been assembling for months. He spent 18 months studying Vault Bank International, learning its rhythms, its vulnerabilities. He knew the schedules of the guards, the timing of the security checks, and even the cleaning crew's routine. He memorized blueprints, analyzed security protocols, and even befriended a disgruntled former employee to gain insider knowledge. This employee, once a loyal worker, had been let go under dubious circumstances, and Ethan used this to his advantage. Their target was not cash, but something far more valuable: bearer bonds, untraceable instruments of immense worth. These bonds were the perfect prize, as they could be sold or traded without leaving a trace. Vault Bank International held $20 million worth in their most secure vault, a fortress of steel and technology. The vault was equipped with the latest security measures, including biometric scanners and motion detectors. It was a prize worth risking everything for. Ethan knew that the rewards far outweighed the risks, and he was willing to put everything on the line. Ethan's plan hinged on a single, seemingly impossible detail: a 30-second window. This window was the result of a glitch in the bank's security system, a flaw that Ethan had discovered after months of careful observation. Every day at precisely 12:03 p.m., a glitch in the bank's security system created a brief lapse in surveillance. This was the moment Ethan had been waiting for, the moment when the bank's defenses were at their weakest. 30 seconds, it was all they had. The pressure was immense. Every second counted, and there was no room for error. Ethan and his team had practiced this moment over and over, timing their movements to perfection. One wrong move, 1 second off, and their carefully constructed plan would crumble. But they were prepared. They had to be. Each member of the team knew their role, and they trusted each other implicitly. Their lives, their futures, depended on executing Ethan's intricate plan flawlessly. The stakes were high, but so was their determination. They had come too far to turn back now. The heist was about to begin, and there was no turning back. The day of the heist dawned like any other in New York City, but beneath the surface of normalcy, a storm was about to break. The team moved with precision, each member playing their part to perfection. Ava, disguised as a high roller, distracted the bank manager with a fabricated story about a multi-million-dollar transfer. Her performance was flawless, buying them precious time. Meanwhile, Riley, a phantom in the digital world, disabled the security cameras, creating a blind spot for 30 crucial seconds. His fingers flew across the keyboard, manipulating code, his eyes glued to the countdown timer on his screen. As the clock ticked down to 12:03 p.m., Marcus, cool and collected, prepared to breach the vault. The pressure was immense, the air thick with anticipation. They were so close, yet so far.